Icon Park in Orlando is a place just full of attractions that I have been too scared to experience. A 400-foot Ferris wheel, 450-foot torture swing, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Fuck! But I was finally compelled to get down there for the world's tallest drop tower, the Orlando Free Fall, of which I will be bringing you a review. And I know it's like, dude, how long can you talk about a drop tower for? It's not that long. It actually is, though. For real, though, it's time to get into this 430-foot nastiness, whose height not only crushes all previous record holders, but whose duration is also longer than almost every coaster in my top 100 besides the Beast. Zumanjaro Drop of Doom in New Jersey, the previous height record holder, took 57 seconds to bring you to the top and held you there for 4 seconds. Lex Luthor in California, 1 minute to get to the top with a 3-second hold. The giant drop down at Dreamworld in Australia took 1 minute and 20 seconds with a 3-second hold. And the notorious Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens Tampa, 1 minute and 5 seconds with a 1.5 second hold. I reference all of these to properly put into scale the fucked up, slow motion, spinning, 1 minute and 34 second climb of the Orlando Freefall. So yeah, if you're like me and have any qualms about heights or dramatic buildups or this and that, like, prepare to get qualmed. You're about to fucking OD on qualm going up this thing. You have as much time as you need and more to take in all of Orlando. Basically, you can see people dying on I-4. You could see SeaWorld. You got Universal over there, Hogwarts. It really is something. The surrounding view of Icon Park is also super compelling because all of these world's tallest rides that you were just dwarfed by on the ground, you're suddenly passing and continuing to pass in height as you climb. It is really stressful. Everything is Godzilla sized up here. You're slightly taller than the meanest ever version of Godzilla. I just kept thinking about that when I was riding this. And you got time up there to think about Godzilla, your taxes, whether you left the fucking stove on, because you're held up there for 35 seconds after the 1 minute and a half climb. Like, why not? Just an entire ride duration of Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom at the maximum height of this thing. Everyone is treated to a one more view of Orlando, real gradual, really generous view of Orlando. You get one more chance to count the car accidents before your seats tilt diagonally. Why not? Fuck my life. If you weren't having a fun time already, then you definitely will be now. I had my hands up at this point, and I felt like I was being held at gunpoint at the top of this tower. I wanted it to drop so bad. And that drop, that 4.6 seconds of straight ejector, is why I'm going to keep coming back to the Orlando Freefall. The drop has a strong initial pop that got my ass right out of the seat, and it stayed out for that entire descent. The brakes kick in very late on this drop, so the time dilation on the way down is severe. What I mean by time dilation is, like, if you go through something stressful or exciting in your life, time can feel very slow or very fast. Damn, this 4.6 seconds feels a lot closer to 10 on the ride. This 4.6 seconds is also, of course, longer than all previous record holders. Zumanjaro's drop was 4.2 seconds. Lex Luthor's drop, 4.2 as well. Giant drop down in Australia, almost the same with 4.5 seconds. And Falcon's Fury at just 3.5. The Orlando Freefall's restraints are also fantastic. They come down from over the shoulder, but are very accommodating for whatever kind of ride experience you're looking for. If you want to be in there stapled as fuck, white knuckle tight, tighter than this guy's shirt, that's all good. If you want a little room to fly, the restraints can accommodate that as well. This shit will let you know if you like getting room on rides, though. 400 feet up, you'll know. Speaking specifically to the drop again, This airtime moment is unabashedly way better than almost everything I've ever experienced on a coaster. The initial pop of air is a similar strength to the modern B&M speed hills, but that strength just keeps building and building as you're falling. That initially light ejector pop builds in strength so rapidly about halfway down the drop that you're just fucking fused to the restraint. You're going to war with gravity at this point, screaming towards the ground. And I'm not just talking about the noise you may be making. I'm talking about the wind. I'm pretty loud on anything I ride, but doubly so on this tower. And by the bottom, I can barely hear myself. I was once able to ride this in silence and was almost laughing at the end because of how rapidly my track pants were fapping in the breeze, but that's besides the point. The combined sight, sounds, and strength of this drop make easily the most sustained airtime moment in all of Florida, and outside of just a few moments on Iron Gwazi, the best airtime moment in all of Florida. At the end of the day, guys, this is sitting real pretty as definitively the best drop tower I've ever been on, and I'm not really sure what else worldwide could take it out at the moment. But hey, I'm normally a coaster head, so I better wrap this up with arbitrarily comparing it to my favorite coaster experiences, and when I do, it's number 69. And that's no fault on the drop tower, because it is much scarier than all these rides straight up. It just has a limited bag of tricks when compared with the full experience of a roller coaster. But I think psychologically this ride is a lot scarier. And one more thing about how scary this fucking ride is. That stat I listed earlier of it holding you at the top for 35 seconds before dropping you, it kind of varies. It's like at least 35 seconds. I've seriously been up there for over a minute before at the max height. So I guess it's operator discretion. So fuck you the longer you leave me up there, and see ya. Suck it, Zumanjaro.